Hi, and welcome to the Daily Line at BetRepublic.com. I'm Jarvis Symes, and this is Greg Dempson. It's
Greetings.
Monday. We're getting set for a new week, Greg. It's NBA playoffs, though, too.
It is.
Couple of series really getting into the nitty-gritty right now, especially the LA Lakers and Utah Jazz. I asked you on the Daily Line today, is LA that good or was Denver just that bad? And we've got a series here where it's 3-0. Jazz are laying points at home.
Yeah, Jazz could have won that game, you know. Came down to the end. They had two chances. They missed the last shot, and then they had rebound with a few ticks on the clock, and they didn't make that. If they make that, the series is 2-1.
Right.
You know, they're laying 3.5 points, Jarvis, or 3 points, rather. I make the line about 3.5.
Yeah. So it's tight to what you were kind of projecting.
You know, you look at, here's a team that's down 0-3,
right,
just like the Atlanta Hawks, the other game. The difference there is the Atlanta Hawks have been blown out. I think they're losing by an average of 29 points per game. These three games between the Jazz and the Lakers have been decided by 14 combined points.
Total points.
So exactly. So they're competitive. I have an opinion, a top opinion in this game on the Jazz. If I was laying 2 or less, I would definitely bet the Jazz.
You'd like the Jazz laying less than 3, but at 3 it just doesn't jump at you.
Well, 2 is a play zone. 3 to 5 is the red zone. At 5.5, I'd be taking the dog.
You had an NBA system that was live on the Jazz as well.
We have a system, yeah. If you take a team that's at home, winning 60 to 75% of their games, and they're playing off of an upset loss as a favorite, which they were favored, and they got beat, that's an upset loss. If they're laying plus or minus 3 points by backing the home team in this spot, Jarvis, just this season, 7 wins, 1 loss ATS. So that's damn fine. That's
so long 69%, but also 7-1 this year.
Yeah.
So pointing towards the Jazz. Greg's not really comfortable laying the 3 points, but just the numbers back it up anyway.
67-30, 69%, like you said, 7-1 this year. Top opinion on the Jazz minus 3 points.
Let's quickly talk about the other matchup, Greg. Orlando is playing Atlanta. Like you said, they have not been close in this series. We're seeing some really ugly things. Atlanta 34-7 at home, but chemistry and team, everything's just falling apart for this team.
Yeah,
right
the
now.
Coach doesn't have a contract for next year. After this performance, he probably
How do they
won't
possibly
have.
come out and play this game tonight?
Jarvis, I was appalled by their lack of care or something, or their team chemistry. Johnson never showed up.
Right.
The fans were booing him. And rather than him say, I'm being paid all this big money, I should have played better, I stunk the joint out, his quote was, I couldn't care less if the fans show up or not. So, there's some issues there with team chemistry. Don't like to lay a lot of points on the road. The odds makers have finally smartened up.
They jacked the line high enough
they jacked
for a
the
road
line
team.
now for the road team, 6.5. But here's an angle for you here, and I have an opinion on the road team. If a team scores 105 or more points in 3 straight games, you want to play on that team if they're a road favorite of 3.5 to 9.5 points if they've been outscoring their opponents on the season by an average of 3+ points per game, as the Magic have. By playing on the road team, 81 wins, 39 losses. It's a nice system play going back to 1996. I have a small opinion on this game on the Orlando Magic.
So the NBA profile's pointing at both favorites tonight. Greg just has a couple opinions. We do have a Major League Baseball play for you, though. Greg, let's talk about Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. The Reds are laying 120, 8.5 under 15. You've got an official play here on the Reds.
I like the road team here, Jarvis, and shop around. There was $1.14, $12, $16.
Right.
We're showing a line here of $1.20. I like. We've got a nice situation here. You've got a pitcher going in playing with revenge, and you want to take a National League team when the money line is plus or minus $1.25. When a pitcher is going and he's playing with revenge, his ERA is 5.70 or worse in the season. But there's 2 straight games where the bullpen gave up no earned runs, okay? Aurora has been pitching better of recent form, okay? So that 5.7 ERA is a little bit, it's not really in correlation with the way he's been pitching recent form. You take Joey Votto. He's really hot right now. He won the game for them against the Cubs yesterday. When you go to PNC Park, Mr. Votto is batting .453, 10 RBIs in 17 career games at PNC Park. He's 4 for 5, 1 homer, 1 triple, and 1 double against Pittsburgh's starter.
We get to see what Ross Ollendorf can do. He's been
yeah.
on the DL since April 7th, had back spasms. He's done his rehab assignments. He's going to come out. We'll see it is. But Greg likes the Reds. That is an official selection. If you want more on the NHL, on the NBA, we've got a lot of info for you at betrepublic.com. You can watch the Daily Line or go by the stadiums and see what all the members are saying. For everyone here at betrepublic.com, I'm Jarvis Symes.
And I'm Greg Debson.
Good luck with your bets. We'll see you next time.